Experimental music is the form of music that is popular globally and have been adopted into Vietnam by contemporary artists in the mid-90s. The reason for the existence of experimental music is due to the inner demand of the artists. Especially, this is the form of music which require highly on the interaction and exchange between Vietnamese and foreign artists because of the generosity, freedom, diversity and open-mindedness in the composing and performing style as well as the performing instruments. There are multiple tools being used to create sounds without frame of any musical theory. Composing style and personal creativity is the uniqueness of this new genre of music. Hello and welcome to VTC10 Netvic channel. Today we're very happy to have Mr. Arnont, an artist from Thailand, to join us today. And we were going to hear his story about experimental music. Hello Mr. Arnont, thank you very much for joining us today.
Okay, hello. Hello.
So how many times have you been to Vietnam to perform experimental music, including your personal performance and with group performance with our Vietnamese artists?
At first, I went 2014 in Hanoi. It's a Sonic Moon Festival. At that time, I'm also surprised because that's the festival invite me, and then a lot of audience come for the event. And then also this time is quite really a good opportunity for the Salon Saigon host us, me and Ken Ueno, to perform a few days ago.
Why have you chosen Vietnam to have your shows?
At first, when I first be in Saigon, I feel the new energy and good energy here, like a lot of the vibration, like people use sound on the street. I fall in love Saigon, and I would like to. I immediately would like to do something here. The experimental music for me is the word is quite open, like open from any kind of music. And then when I be here first time, and then I think is the experimental music here quite in the future quite grow up more and more, because people stay with sound on the street, like people use horn, people use some voice, some them voice out, and then the culture is produce sound already, and then I listen a lot of the new rhythm on the street, on the society here. And then I think is when I met my friend, also the musicians, like experimental musicians, I hear a lot of the new rhythm, new freedom of them from the experimental music.
So what are the positive spirits or interesting experience that you want to share with our audience or with Vietnamese audience in general?
I told you is the experimental music for me is like open mind, freedom. And for me is about the experimental music and also experimental scene, quite to bring the spiritual of the people out, to show something, to show some them voice from inside to outside. I'm not really the person who talk much. I really like to listen. And when I start to make experimental music or experimental visual like that, I think that is my tool, my language. And then sometimes you can see at the perform is noise, like that. Some is not the meaning, not something is no meaning. But I believe in the vibration inside the sound of noise. That is to bring your message to outside. Sometimes for me, the message from inside, like the pressure from the society.
What do you think about Vietnamese experimental music artists?
I really like the experimental music in Vietnam because they try to combine with the traditional instrument, traditional music, and also make a new rhythm. For me, I really interested in the local artists here. They make a new experimental music here, and then they bring some kind like a combination of the old thing, new thing, and then they talk about like the present. This the present time. What we listen, what we should listen, not only the music. What we should listen, the message or something is what they would like to present. One time I hear the artist, she play đàn bảo, and then she turned đàn bảo to noise music. It's like a no notation. She tried to use đàn bảo instead her talking. She used the Vietnamese instrument to become to the experimental music.
You have recently done a performance in Ho Chi Minh City. Do you have anything that you want to share?
I used some Morse code. People use the language in the wartime. I use the noise and use some of the old Super 8 film combined together to make a new story with Ken voice. Ken voice quite a noise and use his voice inside to make noise. Just his body is like a instrument.
What is the key message that you want to bring?
Let freedom.
Freedom.
Yes, just freedom. Just the message like that. Let freedom. For perform, I really want to people feel free, and then when I perform, I also feel free too. My instrument also DIY.
So can you tell our audience what is the most interesting tools that you have built for your performance?
I really like the Super 8 film millimeter because they almost use the Super 8 for the homemade video, and then when they choose to shooting the film, they feel happy. They feel, you see on the screen, you see the children and some event like Christmas and also some a kid newborn. They shooting, and for me that is also sound. They bring it's a good vibration into the film, and then I show that film for my perform. Yes, I bring some like good vibration to them to look at sometimes it's baby, sometimes it's some event they feel happy.
Music and lighting are also tools that are being used to communicate the internal message of the artist when they perform. The sound instrument does not limit to the classical tool, from DIY to live tools of the past or present. Even the musicians themselves are part of the instrument that create sounds while performing. Recently, in the art space of Salon Saigon in Ho Chi Minh City, Sin Concert, Visible Reminder of Invisible Light, is organized with the joint performance of two artists, Arnont Nongyao and Ken Ueno. The Thailand artist Arnont has utilized the Super 8 film player to create some interesting sound and the visual motion pictures of homemade film, and Ken from America used his voice as a sound tool to create his own story. Their combination does not intend to create any groundbreaking hit or revolution to the experimental music in Vietnam, but it does contribute to bring this type of music closer to the public, as well as introduce other special music instruments to everyone.
First time when I came to the show, I I really feel, oh, what is it? This is not music. This is some kinds of noise and mix of kinds of very weird sounds. But when I close my eyes and I have a lot of imagination and I have a lot of thinking. So I think it's not like you can feel it easy, but you have to put yourself slowly to adapt yourself to understand about it.
So, what makes you fall in love with experimental music?
Independent. You can independent with the not to under control of the notation. And then at first I didn't know why I like it, but I just too natural. I really like to listen. Even every sound I really like to listen. Even I come here first time, I see the people use horn. I really like it. Like people send some Morse code together, beep 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 like that. And then I also, people is really free to use that. It's like my tool for bring something out, because sometimes I'm not to the people to go to protest on the stage. I don't want to use hate speech for the people. I would like to make the inspiration for people around me.
So for me, experimental music is rather complex. So do you have any suggestion for us to, as an audience, to get a better understanding on this new type of music?
In my opinion, because we are founded by the structure of the notation. And for the audience, for me, it's like when come to listen the experimental music, we have to forget the notation. The notation, like the music, the rhythm of music, we usually listen every day. We just to open mind, just forgot that, and then find something, just to let the experimental music, just to listen, what is the new for you, not compare. If you compare, you will confuse. Just let you free to find something, and then the experimental music is the one thing is benefit for the audience. The experimental music will let your brain learn a new thing. And then after that, when you learn a new thing, not even you are artist or not, you can like move forward to from something you usually to listen, and then you can open your ear, your mind, your, I don't know, it's some kind like that. For me, it's my opinion.
Do you think Vietnam has a great potential to develop in experimental music?
Yes, of course, sure. At first, as Mark Plus and also Saigon Salon, I see a lot of the event of the experimental, not just only the experimental music, just like experimental art together, and sometimes they combine together. They perform and show together, like not separated. That is the experimental music or art. This time it's like I see the future here. People really want to do something experimental, and that is the good thing for the Vietnam. Even the audience, not only the artists.
Thank you very much for your sharing today. I wish you a lot of success with your passion for experimental music.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for following our program today. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.